What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Nascimento. Predictions breakdown here, guys. Gonna be over there in St. Louis. 13 fights in this card. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for all my face-off predictions and pop plays. And you can also donate to this channel to my PayPal account. All the links will be down below. This card here, man, breaking it down. It's pretty tough, man. It's not an easy card, guys. So nothing guaranteed here, man, like always, right? Play at your own risk, or whatever you're doing with it. Play at your own risk, man. 13 fights. We're going to fly through this real quick. I made some changes here, back and forward, and a couple fights. It's a tough card. Tomorrow going to be the face-off, so if you subscribe to that Patreon account, you will see the face-off predictions that I'm going to put up, which I base it off of, the face-off and the weigh-ins. The mannerism of the guys, they make weight just from the eyes and the body language. Sometimes you can tell a lot from that. That's why sometimes, when I watch the face-offs, I see certain things and I switch it. And most of the time I'm right. So if you haven't signed to that Patreon account, make sure you check that out. The link will be down below. Let's go through this real quick. 13 fights here. Like I said, this card's tough. So play at your own risk, man. J.J. Andrews versus Veronica Hardy. Veronica Hardy, man, beautiful woman. It's very beautiful. At least to me, she is. Other people may feel and think differently. Yeah, she's not a. I mean, all women are beautiful, but in their own special way. Everything is, always go back from within. It's not on the outside. I like her personality. And, I guess her features are, she has very beautiful features, but as I said, everything goes back within. So, if you can tap into someone's inner, it's more beautiful than not just seeing the outside, man. So, yep. Yeah, so she's going to be fighting J.J. Andrews. This can be a tough of a 3-inch of reach. Taekwondo base. Trained with Rosa Menounos. Pretty well rounded. Her ground game has gotten better. And she's experienced. The only thing about her is not a lot of volume. So she'll kind of sit back. Her boxing has gotten better though. So, her all-around skills has gotten better. So I wouldn't sleep on J.J. Andrews here. As for Veronica Hardy here, massive improvement on her too. I mean, clearly her skill has gotten way, way better since she's been training with Dan Hardy. Is it Dan Hardy? Dan Hardy. They're husband and wife. So, as I said, for her skills has improved since she's been training with Dan Hardy, right? Takedown defense got way better. Her boxing now, she is throwing more volume and she's able to can see the punches and slip and follow up. Kind of not hang out in the pocket, but she touch and go. She touch and move in and out, right? So and her mental has gotten better. Physically, her exterior, outside of has gotten better too. As far as her body, you can tell that she's slimmed down. Body looks more in shape, and her mental state has improved a lot. Like I said, her all-around skills, her takedowns, her takedown defense, her boxing. She was always a Taekwondo background, so her kicking game was always good, but her hands have gotten better though. And she's more athletic, in my opinion. I'm going to go for Veronica Hardy here, but I'm not confident in this one, man, because like I said, JJ is no pushover, and she's a pretty good fighter too. So I just feel that Veronica Hardy she has improved a lot, and I feel like her technique could be a little more sharper, and has more athleticism there. Her all-around game that seems a little more tighter than JJ's, but JJ is still good though. So be careful. But Hardy decision 50-50, guys. Not confident. Next fight here we have Gerard Gooden versus Kevin Jousset. Gooden here, he would look to knock you out, man. You can't sleep on this guy. This guy here is straight power. That's why they call him the night train. You know, this guy you'll be striking with him, and then he be losing, then he catch you over the top with overhand. But he's hittable though, very, very, very hittable. Straight up the pocket, head don't move center line, runs into shots a lot because he likes to wind up coming forward. His hands are down and he flies in at you. So he closes distance pretty quick, but he lunges. When he lunges, his head is there to get hit. So he's a guy that can get knocked out and get hurt. But if he connects to your face with his overhand, he can knock you out. All right. His opponent here, Kevin Jousset, has a kickboxing kind of base there, coming from Izzy's camp. City kickboxing there. Can ride his chin kind of high. Can get touched up a little bit, but I feel like with him, he's kind of more technical. He doesn't flies in. He uses an in and out motion and lateral movements. Use the jab to set up from the outside. We look for takedowns. The only thing that with this fight though is that Gooden catches him on the chin. Gooden could knock him out, but he has to keep the distance, which he does. Distance management is pretty good. His timing is pretty good, but he's still hittable though. So this is a 50-50 again, guys. I'm liking Kevin, but Gooden has a puncher's chance. Believe me on that. So heads or tail here, man. Because if he's able, if Kevin can keep him on the outside, it's great, which he can. But Gooden lunges in a lot. So if Gooden lunges in and Kevin doesn't take his head off the center line, or he doesn't move out of danger laterally or move back, use his footwork, he can get caught. But Kevin by decision, not confident, guys. Next fight here, it's 50-50. We have Jake Hartley versus Charles Johnson. With Jake Adley, man, supposed to be a good prospect, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he lost to Cody Durden, lost to Alan Nascimento, but he seems to drop the ball, and he seems to fade as a fight go on. You can take him down, you can control him, you can outstrike him. And at times he's very hittable. A guy like Charles Johnson, he's seen this already. He's seen guys like Jake. His last fight he was against a good prospect in Azat Muscom. He hang with that guy pretty well. I don't think he won by a unanimous decision, but it is what it is. But Charles is well rounded. Ground game is pretty good. Takedown defense is pretty good. Striking at times can be so-so, but he has good striking with movement. Keeps a jab on you, but it seems like sometimes he plays around a lot, or just starts slow and he start eating shots. But then once the rounds go along, it's like a slow starter, second round, third round, then you start to pick it up. Can't get hurt on the foot. It's a very athletic guy, very quick guy. I'm liking Charles Johnson, man. Jake, I don't know. I just feel like Charles can keep Jake on the outside and pepper him up with shots. Even if Jake try to take it on Charles, I feel Charles can defend it because Charles seen that already. He's seen that. Jimmy Flick, Cody Durden, Azat. I'm gonna go with Charles Johnson. I'm gonna say Charles Johnson by decision, guys. 50-50. Not confident. Next fight here, guys. We got Trey Waters versus Billy Goff. Trey Waters here, man. Smooth with the movement, which is stance, measure distance, good. Timing is good. Keeps you outside with his jab. Set up off the jab. Kind of forces to come in by, maybe kind of leave his chin out there a little bit. Kind of make you rush in to make a mistake, seeing an opening, and then you run into a counter. Right? He's gonna have a 7-inch of height in this fight and a 5-inch of reach, which is massive. So this guy is a counter fighter, man. But he moves smooth. He moves nice in there. His fight against Josh Quinn was pretty good. You know, this guy's a pretty good fighter. I like the way how he moves in there. His opponent here, Billy. Billy is a kind of a wild dude. Goes in there and go for the kill. A lot of volume. Gets caught a lot though. Usually in the first round, and he get hurt. You know, and he recover. He never got finished though. He just get hurt and recover. But actually, I may be wrong on that. I think he got knocked out one time. I could be wrong about that though. He could have gotten knocked out one time, but that's a guy that just comes forward and let the hands go, and just looks to take your head off. He would also look for the takedown too, but he is hittable though, and if Trey can keep him on the outside with a 5-inch reach, which he can, pop him. You know, he's been knocked out one time, and then just follow up off the jab. You know, Billy would be in problems. Kind of similar, you know, a dog. He's gonna walk you down and try to take you out there real quick. A lot of first round finishes for Billy. Next tough one here, guys. Like I said, this guy's very aggressive, straightforward. I'm gonna go with Waters here. I'm gonna say Waters by decision. I feel Waters is gonna keep him on the outside, pepper him up with shots. I just feel Waters is just more composed, technical. The cage that they're fighting in is not an apex, so it should be a bigger cage here. I just feel Waters is gonna control the octagon. They keep the fight where he want to keep it, like slow down the fight, keep it that long range. Billy gonna be diving in. You know, he's gonna be getting caught with shots. But like I said, with Billy though, Billy is a dog, so Billy could catch him with a shot, man, and hurt him. So that's a possibility. And Waters can get hurt on the foot too. So toss up here, guys. But I'm gonna say Waters 50-50, not confident, by decision. Next fight here, guys, we have Tabari Richie versus Tecia Torres. Tabari Richie here. Both of these women, they kind of fight kind of similar, but Torres has way speed advantage, and Torres got a better striking, more Taekwondo base. Richie has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but with Richie, her striking still needs work. She will kind of go for takedowns, and sometimes she won't get it, you know, but she will pull it on into her guard. But it's the next tough one here, man. But I see from Torres, you know, Tecia Torres, you know, seems a lot more quicker. You know, it's like she have the speed advantage. She also gonna to be able to close the distance quick and get out. She's very quick, and her striking is not bad, and her takedown defense has gotten better. I just feel that Richie, her striking is still, you know, it's still trying to improve, so it's not really there quite yet, right? But I was kind of going for Richie. I kind of picked Richie, you know, but when I watched her against Loopy, you know, I'm like, man, you know, it's just a lot of mistakes. A lot of things need to be worked on with a stand-up, you know. And when I watched Torres, you know, even with Torres' last fight there, which she is not really that active, you know, she's just in and out, touching you out, moving out, you know, against Mackenzie Dern, which went to a split, you know, she was, you know, and Mackenzie Dern is pretty good on the ground, you know what I'm saying, so she never got submitted in that fight. That fight went to a split. So I'm going to go with Torres, as I said. I go with Torres by decision. Next 50-50 fight here, guys. I'm not confident, all right? Next fight here, guys, we got Terence McKee versus Esteban Ribovics. McKee here, we don't know what he wants, man. I mean, he's got the 4-inch reach in this fight. First round finisher, you know, usually if you don't get the win in the first round, he tires out. Then he starts to lose, you know. But he's at 100% finish rate, I believe. But if he can't get you out, like knock you out or submit you in first round, he tends to get tired. And it's the same thing over and over again. But I mean, he's game though, and you know, if he can get you out there, he gets you out. I mean, he has the skills to do it, and he's pretty well rounded. Just his cardio is no good. With Ribovics shows that he's durable and he can last. You know, he's fought against Razumov, right? Yeah, he's fought against Razumov. Shows that he can go to a decision with a tough guy like Razumov, who's pretty heavy-handed, and you know he didn't get knocked out in that fight, and he was holding his own. Even in the last round, he was kind of pushing the fight in that last round. You know? I feel with Ribovics here, he's pretty well rounded. Put a high pace on you. Can take this fight anywhere. You know. Feel like he's more durable. He can go long distance. I'm gonna go with Ribovics here. I'm gonna say Ribovics by KO TQ in the second round here, guys. If McKinney doesn't finish him, then most likely you can say Ribovics getting a win here, guys. So Ribovics KO TQ in the second round. I'm not confident either, man. Next fight here, guys. We have Chase Hooper. Man, got away to back to UFC 301. Yeah. Chase Hooper versus Viacheslav Borshchev. Hooper here, man. We all know what he wants, man. He wants a submission game. His ground game is pretty good, but he's freaking hittable. Striking still needs work. He's very, very hittable, man. Very hittable. But his ground game is pretty legit. He will submit you. He submits Dirty Dancing Jordan Levitt. Pretty good rear naked choke there he put on him, right? Borshchev though is freaking powerful striker. You know, his stand-up, his kickboxing is pretty badass, man. Very technical, pinpoint accurate, boxing skills on point. Very explosive guy, man. And his ground has improved from being a team alpha male, man. If Hooper can lock him up with something, you can say Borshchev getting a knockout, in my opinion, because Hooper striking is in this fight just doesn't exist, man. I mean, if he throws punches at Borshchev is going to see it and counter him. You know, it's just two different levels of striking. It's like ground game, you know, Hooper. I mean, you know, probably get a submission, but I like him, Borshchev. I'm gonna say Borshchev by KO TQ in the second round. But if Borshchev gets taken down, it could be problems. So be careful with that one. This is like grappler versus striking here, man. So, but I'll go Borshchev, KO TQ second round. Not confident. Most of these fights I'm not confident, guys. Waldo Aosta versus Robelis Despaigne, the Taekwondo guy from Cuba. Aosta here, I think he was a baseball player. Salsa boy. Salsa boy. Very heavy-handed dude, pack power. Can get flat-footed. But, man, he just walks you down and try to take your head off. But, you know, nothing really stands out too much. As far as opponent here, Robelis Taekwondo base, boxing, quick at the movement, 9-inch of reach. This guy's a 9-inch of reach, man. This guy's at 80. You know, he got a this guy got an 86-inch reach or something like that. 86, 87, and 6'7", man. So he has over Aosta, he has 9-inch of reach and 3-inch of height. That's freaking massive. And he counter strikes beautifully going backwards. This guy here can strike. Aosta got baseball swing hand, where he can swing over the top, you know, and catch you. It's possible, you know. But Robelis here been training Taekwondo for a long time, coming for I think it's Olympic Taekwondo. Yeah, Olympic Taekwondo he's been training, and boxing also. But he's skilled though, you know, and his takedown defense has been getting better from what I've seen. Aosta doesn't really go for takedown much, but he probably could, knowing that Robelis is going to strike, you know. But yeah, man, I'm going to go with Robelis here, and I could be wrong, but And I said Acosta may have more experience though, but Robelis, his striking is pinpoint, man. I like the way how he strikes. His aggressiveness, power. I feel like he can get Costa out of there. So I'm going to go Robelis KO TK in the first round. I'm not confident because, like I said, Acosta have that baseball swing. Come over the top, you know. I said Robelis is good in and out. Laterally footwork for a big dude. He moves pretty light. So he counter strikes well, going backwards. So if Acosta just dives in, swinging, you can see this guy Robelis moving straight back with that long reach, 9-inch reach. It's like dials in there. So Robelis KO TKO first round, guys, 50-50. Not confident. Next fight here, guys. We have Alex Caceres versus Sean Woodson. I believe Alex Caceres was injured. He broke his arm in his last fight when he fought Giga Chikati. Alex Caceres is pretty well-rounded guy. Most of these guys in this card, if you notice, they're all in footwork and movement and fighting long range. Basically, the entire card is kind of like that. Most of the competitors, they're all guys that fight long range. Trey Waters, Charles Johnson, Kevin Jousset, Veronica Hardy, JJ Andrich, like everybody pretty much. Terence McKee, Ribovics, Makhachev, Robelis, Caceres, Sean Woodson. That the entire card is pretty much Carlos Ulberg, Nursulton Ruziboev. Yeah, most of these guys that fight long use the reach and the jab set up from the outside of the counter. Let me see. Yeah, Alex Caceres more striking, but he has a ground game. He's a pretty well-rounded guy, been in the game for a while. Unorthodox striking, set up from the outside, uses hands set up his kicks. More of a kung fu kind of flow, a karate kung fu kind of vibe with him. In and out, pick his shots. Sean Woodson, more kickboxing, which is stance, pretty accurate, boxing kind of vibe. Takedown defense has gotten way better. Like, kind of hard to take this guy, I don't know. Depending on the person, though. And he's going to have a 5-inch reach. He's pretty skilled striker here, man. It's a tough one. I mean, Alex is unorthodox, but Sean is unorthodox, too. Both of them are kind of tricky. Alex could have the speed. Alex could have the speed advantage. But I'm kind of liking Sean Woodson for this one here. Feel like with Alex, he can land shots, but I feel, I don't know, I just feel Woodson more of a fresher fighter in that kind of sense. And Alex boxing is not bad either. I mean, both these guys, it's a tough one to pick, guys. It's an even fight, man. I can't even find a reason. I just feel like, I just watch footages and I see how Sean looking and I see what Alex looks like. I'm like, I just kind of liking more Sean here. But I'm going to say Sean Woodson by decision. 50-50, guys. Not confident in that one at all because it can go either way. Because Alex is not a bad fighter. Next fighter, we got Diego Ferreira versus Mateusz Rębecki. Rębecki. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, Diego here. Diego Ferreira is a pretty good fighter, man. Been around for a while. You can say he's a veteran. Came back, beat Michael Johnson by overhand. Experienced, skilled guy. He's gonna have an 8-inch reach in this fight, though. He has a massive reach over Rębecki. I mean, Rębecki has a short reach. I think it's like 66, right? I think so. 66-inch reach. Pretty powerful guy. He's well-rounded, heavy-handed wrestling and submission game. He's pretty legit guy, man. He's all around skilled. You know, can Ferreira beat him? Possible. You know, but I'm gonna go with Rębecki. I'm gonna go with Rębecki. I'm gonna say Rębecki by TKO in the second round, guys. And not confident, man. Because, like I said, Ferreira is experienced. He's veteran, but Rębecki is also experienced guy too. So I'm going to go Rębecki KO TKO second round, guys. 50-50%. Next fight here, we have Alonzo Menfield versus Carlos Ulberg. Alonzo here has improved too, man. His cardio has gotten better. Experience, pack power, takedown, striking has improved. He kind of slows it down a little bit now. Look for the openings, look to counter a lot. Against the fight with Dustin Jacoby, Dustin was winning that fight. And then he caught Dustin the deep second and third round with overhands and knocked him down. So once you knock somebody down in a fight, you automatically kind of win that round. So, but if, you know, Dustin didn't get caught and just kept on with the jabbing, because he was keeping Alonzo on the end of the jab, pop him and move around and pepper him up. You know, this was an easy win for Dustin if he kept on doing that without getting caught. Now, can Carlos do that? He has the tools to do it, and he has that kind of striking coming from City Kickboxing, with Sanya's gym. He has the skill, fights long, set up from the outside. Very athletic guy. He counter strikes well. And he can keep him on the end. He can keep him on the end, but the thing is that, can he avoid getting hit? And that's the thing. You know, if Alonzo comes over the top and catches him, he could hurt him or put him out, like what I did to Dustin Jacoby. So this is one of these fights where I kind of had Alonzo winning, but when I watch the footages of each guy, you see how slow Alonzo is. But when he blitzing in, he moves fast though. But he doesn't really fights in volume too much. He kind of like fights in spurts. You know, if Carlos is able to keep pop him, just like what Dustin Jacoby did, without getting a hit, then Carlos will win by decision. Easily win by decision. You know, because once he has to recognize that when he's jabbing, or once he's in front of Alonzo, once he put his technique out there, he gonna have to be moving, because then Alonzo gonna look to corner over the top. You see what I'm saying? So he could try to corner off his jab, or just corner and be quicker than him coming forward after he put his technique out there, which is a counter. You know, because that's how he caught Dustin Jacoby. So he's gonna have to be like on his bicycle, like popping and moving, kind of like Muhammad Ali style, pop, and then keep on the back. You know, he can't stay in front of Alonzo and do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with Carlos, man. I'll switch my pick here. I'm going to say Carlos by decision. I feel he can do it and pull off a decision. But if Alonzo catches him and knock him out, I won't be surprised. So be careful with that one, guys. 50-50 again, man. Tough fight. Next fight, we have Joaquin Buckley versus Nursulton Ruziboev. Buckley here, looks good at 170. I mean, he's proven himself good at 170. That he's, the guys are feeling at 170, pulling off all his wins so far. 3 fights, explosive, speed. His takedown defense gotten better. His all-around game got better. His health, his outside, the way he looks on his body, you can tell he's more healthier, taking it more seriously, eating differently. His opponent here, though, Ruziboev is a very skilled fighter. A lot of first-round finishes, kind of like Buckley too. Buckley has a couple of first-round finishes, but Ruziboev is very, very good fighter. I mean, the guy striking is like pinpoint accurate. He counter strikes. You see the techniques come in, times you. His takedowns, his grappling is pretty good. The only thing I could see is the speed advances from Buckley. That's the only thing I could see. That could probably catch Ruziboev, kind of off guard if he's not careful. The speed usually catch a lot of people. They see how explosive Buckley is. Like, holy crap, this guy's like, he's like moving from 0 to 100 real fast and just going across the cage at you. So that's the only thing. But I'm liking Ruziboev here, but 50-50, man, because Buckley always, he can. I don't know who's a favorite here, but yeah, it could be one of those fights where Buckley win, man. But I'm going to go with Razumov. I'm going to say Razumov by KO TKO in the first round. I just feel this guy is like, he's skilled, man. When I watch his fights, he's very skilled. Even though some of his matchups in early fights here, but, you know, yeah, some good matchups here, man. I guess going by the wins of the people, really, you know. But I mean, the guy is skilled, man. I mean, I'm not saying Buckley's not skilled, but this guy here, Razumov, is like he's more composed. He's more like a technician, you know. Buckley's is more wild, you know. There's more like just dives in there, you know. But he's trying to set things up better though, and that don't mean that he can't win. But Razumov, KO TKO first round, guys, 50-50. I'm not confident. Main fight in the card there, guys. We got Derrick Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Derrick Lewis here, man. Black Beast, pack power. We all know he pack power. He's heavy-handed. Some improvement from him. Takedown defense got better. I see a lot of things he's working on. His cardio, even his all-around physique. You know, lost some weight. You know, he's not looking as, you know, he was always a very powerful guy, but now he's working more on slimming down and working on other part of his game. Nascimento here though, pretty well-rounded guy too. We look for takedowns, look to wrestle, look for his submission games coming out of American Top Team. His power though is not like, he ain't got no power really though, like what Lewis have. I believe he has 2 by knockout, so this guy's not really a knockout guy, he's more of a submission guy. He could get a submission on Black Beast, but I don't know, man. With Nascimento, he seems to fade in the fights and hang out in the clinch. She will struggle to get takedowns at times, can get sprawled on, can fade. That's not good. You know, with Derrick Lewis, you gotta be dominant. Like, if you're gonna power through him, you gotta power through him, like, all the way through. Like how Nascimento looked with Dantil Mays, he was getting sprawled on. He looked like he just wasn't, like he had no energy, like no strength, you know, no power really. With Black Beast, you gotta go right through him. You know, if you hesitate, and he sprawls on you, you're gonna be in problem. So, I mean, Nascimento could win this fight if he, you know, grapple, take him to the ground, submit him, it's a possibility. But I'm going to go with Lewis here, man. It's a 5-round fight. I'm going to say Lewis by KO TKO in the second round, guys. 50-50, not confident. All of these fights, pretty much, I'm not confident in all of them, to be honest with you. It's a tough card, guys. Quick look at the odds here, guys. So we're working with these crazy odds. I know the fights got them a little early. You know, try to work on that. Try to get the fights out to you a little earlier than I usually do. Just got to work on them a little earlier, right? Crazy odds. It's a crazy card, guys. The odds must be really, they gotta be really close odds on this. I know I can look at it from Topology too, but I just, man, when I'm breaking down the fights, I just watch the fights, I see what the guys look like, I try to read the movements, the stands, watch their last fights. I'm not focusing on the odds too much like that until afterwards. JJ Andrade, Veronica Hardy, 135, 140. This is an even fight. Even though it's kind of close, it's an even fight. I like Veronica Hardy, but it's even, because JJ could win, believe me. Gooden and Kevin. This is the next even fight here. Kevin shouldn't be so high, because Gerard is not a bad fighter. He's hittable, but if he freaking catches in your jaw, and he has a ground game too, he can submit you also. So the guy's a well-rounded and skilled guy. So if Kevin is in there jabbing, and his chin is there, he don't get out the way and he get caught, he shouldn't be no 230, man. Even fight, be careful. Charles Johnson and Jake Hadley, 142. I like Charles Johnson here, to kind of, not too high on him, kind of close. It's an even fight too, guys. Richie and Torres, I like Richie at 135. There's no way, even fight. You know, Tecia Torres is a pretty well-rounded, skilled girl, experience, you know. Torres can win this fight easily because of her speed. Pop in and out, pop in and out, pop in and out. I mean, Richie's not really a good striker, you know. So I don't know. It's an even fight. Billy and Waters got Waters at 162. Billy not a bad fighter, man, but I could see why Waters is 162. But I wouldn't make him so high though. But Billy not bad, but I'm liking Waters. Okay, it's supposed to be Tecia Pennington. Tecia Pennington. Okay, that's probably a scrap fight. Esteban Ribovics, Terence McKee. Okay, they're high in the Ribovics. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm liking Ribovics too. But the thing is that McKee is like a it's like a first round guy, so you can't really. You gotta be more closer. I think Ribovics should be a little more closer because if McKee can get it out in the first, which he can. You know, but when I look at Ribovics, you know, he's pretty durable and he can hold his own. So, I mean, I'd be careful, but I like in Esteban though. Chase Hooper and Makhachev 142, 148. Yeah, I mean, still a close fight, but you know, Hooper doesn't have any striking. You know, he doesn't. If he's unable to take down Makhachev, he's gonna be in problems. Mad problems. So I like him, Makhachev. Robelis Despaigne, Waldo Aosta. Damn, the high-end Despaigne. I disagree with that, man. Even though what I see from Robelis, he's a pretty skilled guy, man, and he's legit. But Aosta is more experienced, you know. I wouldn't be so high on him, man. I wouldn't be so high on him because if he comes in there and start, you know, throwing his punches and catch Costa and can't take Costa out of there, fights prolonged, what does he look like in other rounds? You want to see him in first rounds. Oh, man. What if he doesn't knock out Costa? Yeah, exactly. Even though he looks legit in his taekwondo and his cardio looks okay, I guess, but you don't really see him in MMA like that. So how is he 250? You got to be careful with that one. Sean Woodson, I like serious. Woodson is 218. Damn, kind of high on Woodson too. Well, I'd be kind of careful with that one because Alex is not a bad fighter either. You know? Very technical striker and also has a ground game. Could also get submissions. Even though I don't believe Woodson have ever been submitted, but I still be careful. Rębecki and Fiorot. Damn, we're just fighting with negative 500. I disagree, man. Diego Fiorot is a very, very experienced guy. And he's a good fighter. Guy's a pretty good fighter, man. Rębecki is a good fighter too. I mean, don't get me wrong. But he should be on 500 though. I mean, I haven't winning, but not on 500. Because Fiorot can win this fight, believe me. Especially with the odds looking like that. Careful with that one, guys. Where's the other fights at? Blanchfield and Ulberg 278. I disagree, man. I mean, Alonso's experience, man. And Carlos, I mean, he can move around, pop his shots, but we saw how we look against when he fought Kennedy. You know, he got knocked out in that fight, which he has improved, but he shouldn't have been on 278 or 280 because Blanchfield is not that bad, and he has been getting better, and his experience. Carlos is like coming from kickboxing, you know, there's still kind of a greenness to him in the cage. If Alonso catches him, it could be lights out. You know what I mean? So be careful with this one, man. Okay? Buckley and Nursulton Nursulton Ruziboev. Okay, they got Buckley as favorite. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Very interesting. He looks very good at 170 though. I mean, he looks very good at 170. But Nursulton is very, very good fighter. Very, very skilled guy, man. I mean, can he upset? I mean, can he upset the fight? Of course. Well, Nursulton is underdog, so Of course, guys, skill level where, man. He's more calculated. You know, he sees it, read you. Buckley just more, just kind of like jumps forward, you know, kind of like bursts, you know, like a full burst. You know, he's not really calculating anything. He's just like a fire. He's like a fireball in there, like just explodes, bam, and just goes for it. But then he gets it though, you know. But with Nursulton, he's reading and calculating and trying to come up, you know, with the right thing to do in the fight at that moment. You know, what's the best move to do, you know. But even fight for me though. But I'm like, you know, Nursulton, Lewis and Rogerio Nascimento. Here I got Lewis as favorite. Okay, don't sleep on Nascimento though, because remember every single Lewis fight, what happened? He gets taken down. He gets taken down. I don't think Nascimento knocks him out. I think Nascimento more wrestles, but like I said, Nascimento wrestling is not that great, and he has a hard time taking down guys at times. So that's why Lewis is favorite, and Nascimento don't have the power. So that's it right there, guys. I see some fights here that are kind of up in the air. It's kind of like the odds are way too high, but like I said, you know, nothing guaranteed. You know, it all depends on what you're doing with it, with the plays. Play at your own risk or whatever you're doing. But yeah, that's about it there. That's about it there, guys. Don't forget to check out my Patreon account. Don't forget to donate to the PayPal. You know, help with the channel a little bit. And that's probably it right there, guys. You know, all about everybody. Remember to give a thumbs up, and then the more thumbs up, videos get out. You know, and also subscribe. All right. One love, guys. Os.